Alrighty. Alrighty, live is up. That's that 9:30 candle. Morning, Javier. Obi, what's up? Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Just gonna go toss the link in this live now. Good morning. How we doing, guys? How's everybody doing today? Doing good? Morning, everybody. Getting nice and started here at the stream. Can we all hear me well? How's the audio? Sharky, good morning. 530 subs. Let's go. I know. We are cooking, folks. We are cooking. Getting a lot closer to... Alright, looks like it works now, actually. Sweet. Live stream is actually working. We're full up and running. Want to make sure that nothing's... Oh, the scheduled stuff is still... I still don't know how to get the scheduled live streams up. Sharky, good morning. Nice little 5-minute push here on NASDAQ. We had the fractal form of C2 down here with this change in state of delivery. This is a missed entry just because this was at 6:05 and I was not awake. So, missed entry on this fractal. We're getting cues. Hey, Ricky, what's up? Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Alrighty, yeah. So it looks like we missed this original entry with this change in state of delivery on this fractal, but that's alright. Happens to the best. Let's see if we're getting any buy signature on ES here as well. ES also had that same entry signature with that fractal. And then we had a breaker over at these lows here. So just kind of waiting it out. Yo, Rixie, how are we doing? Good morning. Nice push up here on this first 5-minute. How are we all doing today? Pedro, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? All good, hope you're doing fine too. Doing good. Doing good. A little rough start of the morning. I did not sleep well last night, so kind of facing the consequences of not sleeping too well. Happens though, you know. All part of the game. Can't always have it. So nice 5-minute push up here. Looks like we do have almost some SMT divergence at these highs here. So we missed that original fractal entry with the C2 here at this low. This is T-spot is giving a re-add zone, but my thing is I just want to see, like what we just saw, I wanted to see London highs get swept because Asia actually had an accumulation phase here, a slight bearish leg with a bullish leg. London had a continuation of the end of Asia's bullish leg, and now I was waiting to see whether or not we'd see a continuation of that bullish leg. Traxilus, good morning. So that's what we're waiting for right now. Gang, let's go. We've got T in the crib. What's up, T? How we doing, T? Dude, rough morning for me. I did not sleep well last night, guys. So I'm just giving myself a few minutes to get used to the charts here. Fractal did print this nice C2. T in the hood. T is over here, baby. I'm at beach. Nice, dude. You're awesome. What's up, T? I see you have some different kill zone times. Correct. T gang in the building. T is up in here, folks. Guys, see if we can hit 1,000 subs soon. Not with Kane today. Dude, I miss the boys, dude. I miss the boys. Bitcoin Boomer, good morning. What's the simplest way you can define change in state of delivery? Reversal signature. Change in state of delivery gives you a reversal signature. Reversal signature or a continuation signature, but I'm going to call it a reversal signature since that's typically how I use it. I like to see liquidity getting swept paired with a change in state of delivery, and that gives me most of the time pretty good confidence to enter a trade. Yeah, gonna be patient here for news data, correct. You want to be as patient as possible. On the economic side, we've got that 7 o'clock. So just want to be as cautious as possible right now. Sitting back in the saddle, as we like to say. There we go. Nice push up here, right into that T spot. Oh boy. T has the beach going though. Yeah, a bit of a push up here. This is the candle I do not want to be trading, guys. This is the candle you do not want to be trading. If you entered on this candle, that was a literal stupid decision. Very stupid decision if you entered on that. There is absolutely no confidence in that candlestick. It did retest into this T spot here, but if you're just entering purely off of shits and giggles, you're not going to get anywhere with that trade. Clearly more news, correct. Absolutely. Just a matter of sitting back in the saddle here and enjoying it a little bit, guys, because here this is quite the movement, one could say. It's just important that you stay as patient as possible. Oh, look at that. We got some folks that are actually, I got these live streams up, and these are pretty fun. After this, guys, I'm going to tune you guys into one of my friends' live streams. We are not in on this. This is funny. NASDAQ on this 5-minute absolutely dropping back lower here. So just kind of letting this baby play out, doing her thing. Nice and chill. 5-minute FEG respect, yep. Making my way downtown, walking fast. no trades for me right now, guys. I'm not in on this at all. Not a fan of this at all. I think I'll buy TT's indicator. It'll be a little bit more clear. Yeah, I mean, T's indicator is one of the best things you can do. Loco, if you do buy T's indicator, I can actually give you, I have a 20% off code if you just put in code LEO, L-E-O. You'll get 20% off the indicator. So would highly recommend doing so if you just want a cheaper indicator. So yeah, guys, once again, just to reiterate here, not in any trades, just kind of playing it patient. Want to sit back in the saddle right now, waiting for news data. Not quite wasn't the highest confidence. I'll use this for you. Appreciate it, boss. Thank you. So right now, if you're just looking at this PA, guys, there's no reason to be trading this right now. Very low confidence on this. Even though we are getting this T-spot printed, we have news data and a couple other things. So it's important that we sit back in the saddle, kind of let the market stabilize a little bit here. No reason to actually take these trades because we feel like it. We should be taking these trades because the setup aligns with our model. So just want to reiterate that for all of you in stream right now. Ben, of course I know who you are, boss. Do you prefer trading reversal or continuation? I'm a big fan of reversal. I trade reversals more so. I like to see session liquidity get swept paired with some type of reversal signature, but I do also trade continuation if the setup presents itself well. If you guys haven't already, feel free to hit the like button on the stream, by the way. Helps me out a ton. Just keeping it very chill right now. Want to really sit back. If we don't even take a trade, that's okay. You know, we really just want to ensure that we have high confidence prior to entering a trade. Hey, BTC, I appreciate it, boss. Thank you. Has anyone told you that you actually sound like T? That is not the first time I've gotten that. Sharky, I've gotten that a couple times. I am indeed not T Trades. You guys saw that his name was indeed in my chat. I am not T. Your voice makes me tired too. Yeah, I'm just a little tired this morning, folks. Apologies. Slow morning for me. Gonna look at some other assets here, see what we're forming here. Nice BB rejection there. Actually, what is going on? I do not need this. Just need that. You got the radio voice. Is that a compliment? Drink some coffee before you stream. Yeah, it would be. I will. Will you alert when you get into a trade? Tommy, I'll never alert exactly when I get into a trade for legal purposes, but I will be saying, you know, when I'm looking at an entry model, which basically gives you a very close idea of when I'm going to trade. Yes, yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. Yeah, Ben, I can send you at legal purposes, of course. For legal purposes. No, I understand, Tommy, but I'm still just going to play the safe game because especially on YouTube, you're a lot more liable on something like YouTube. Yeah, so right now, NASDAQ and ES not giving me any setups I feel comfortable trading right now. Gold actually presented a beautiful short at 750 this morning. Oh my God, look at this, guys. Beautiful short off this fractal on this T. Ready? Watch this. If we look at this fractal, form that change in state delivery here, closure below this change in state, enter in a short position here on this change in state with this candle body closure below, stop at these C2 highs. This is a 13-point stop. You can do a stop at that C2 high, target a 2-to-1 risk to reward. That maybe played out perfectly. And the T-spot also presented an area for re-ads. So we swept that high. This was nice. This was a beautiful setup. Wow, we swept this high, created a C2 with this swing. also sweeping here. So we swept some type of interest liquidity, which ended up being this gold high at 3,338. SIST formed, rejection and closure below this SIST, giving us a bearish confirmation. Entry on that SIST. If you miss this SIST or you wanted reads, this T-spot also printed this hourly equilibrium where you could have entered off that hourly equilibrium rejection. And so let's say it entered here, right? Enter here with that stop still above that C2, making a 9-point stop, targeting a 2-to-1. That was a beautiful A+. We got the news now? Yeah, not surprised. Just letting it play out. So this actually Fractal presented a beautiful A+ here, also created a secondary equilibrium on that next hourly here. Looks like that 8 o'clock hourly where it presented a good equilibrium as well. Pretty good trade. Pretty solid trade. Wow, clean A+, and then silver, not quite there yet. Here we go, we have NASDAQ pushing up here. We created this new New York high, just gonna get that marked on the chart. Do you combine the GXT as well? I don't personally use GXT. If I combine Fractal, I combine it with the CTU unicorn model. But yeah, I don't utilize GXT as much. GXT is great. I think it's a fantastic model, but I just find myself using Fractal primarily. And then I'll use unicorn model as well. Do you consider wick for the break and the order block? Yes, I do. Do you trade reversals without SMT, or is it a must? I like to look for SMTs. If I can find SMT, it helps me a lot with conviction. So most of the time I do like to trade with SMT as an extra layer of confluence. Like I would have liked to see SMT at these lows here, stuff like that. So yeah, I do like to trade with SMT. Correct. I think trading with SMTs adds another layer of confluence for an A+ quality trade. You guys can be excited. I've got some fun content. Asking the chat here, what do we think about me doing videos on YouTube about me talking about trading mindset, trading psychology, what it means to be successful, how to stay consistent with trading, and like have it just be me and the camera and a mic just talking to you guys. I'm curious what you guys think about that. Which time frame do you enter most? Most of the time, the 3-minute and the 5-minute. I tend to enter on the 5-minute the most, but 3 and 5-minute are really good for me. Tommy, SMT helps you determine the stronger correlating asset. So if SMT swept some type of liquidity, like if NASDAQ swept this C2 here and ES did not, and then NASDAQ printed this big bullish candle, but it swept the C2, you know that this is the stronger asset, right? It swept some type of liquidity. Now it's forming a bullish signature, which means that liquidity, this drawn liquidity had been filled. So orders down here had been filled, followed by a bearish closure. And if this SMT on ES has not quite filled that, that's going to be a weaker asset because you're going off of less confluence, right? You would have meant that it was just a slight bearish movement, no liquidity was really filled at any area of interest, and then you get a bullish closure. So in an example like that, NASDAQ would be the stronger asset. You would trade NASDAQ. That's the easiest way to explain that, Tommy. Sounds good. Guess that the topic of need and underestimate. Yeah, we will like it. Psychology and mindset is needed. I honestly think it'd be a fun video series to make as well. Or I'll probably just do it on like Instagram or whatever. But if you guys haven't already, feel free to like the stream for your boy. Would appreciate it. Big time. Just let me know. Yeah, so right now, just sitting back in the saddle, guys. No setups are presenting themselves. Gold short is working wonders right now. About to hit that -4 standard deviation, so pretty A+ on that gold trade. Gap also huge. Yeah, very true. Wow, wow, wow. Would have loved me this gold short, guys. Oh boy, yeah, silver's definitely not the best in terms of PA today. But yeah, look at how clean this gold short was, sweeping previous high, creating C2 on that hourly change in state, closure of that change in state, confirmation, trade entry. That is awesome. We like that, folks. I learned that SMT is not like depends the confirmation you're getting, Ben. But yeah, you can definitely it's whatever of the correlating assets is presenting whichever the assets is a stronger asset you want to be trading. Wow, looks like we are getting quite. But yeah, Ben, it's whatever the stronger asset is the one you typically want to be trading. For me, the way I trade, I prefer to see some type of liquidity get swept, then paired with some type of reversal signature or continuation signature, because that's the way I've been trading with the fractal that's been working the best for me. So it's honestly boils down to your trading system as well. Looks like we're about to sweep these New York highs. I honestly think the dream situation here would be 10 a.m. sweep of this New York high paired with a reversal signature and follow our way all the way back down to this bearish breaker block here and retest these London lows at around 18.7. I don't know. I just don't have confidence in. I'm not sensing that market's going to have a continuation higher. We had quite a run up in Asia and London. I really want to see this 10 a.m. form a reversal signature. Alrighty, New York high has been swept. New York high is officially swept. So just want to stay patient here. If we don't take a trade, guys, we don't take a trade, right? We have no obligation to make money. We've had a great week of trading so far. So I'm not pressured to make any money right now. Not pressured to enter any trades. Just want to do my thing. Right? Alrighty, there we go. Look at this, guys. We're getting a sweep of this New York high paired with the first bearish signature both on NASDAQ and ES here. So this is already first step to a good potential setup here. Just want to make sure this isn't going to be a retracement and instead we actually form a C2 and enter on some type of reversal signature. I'm going to check though. I'm going to peep the 1 minute chart here, see what happens with this New York high sweep. Right? If you have any questions in chat, feel free to ask away, folks. Love to get as many of the questions answered as possible. Here, not forming anything. If we see a break of this previous hourly equilibrium, this would be a really good sign for a reversal here. Where we have this dotted line printed. If we see a break of this previous hourly equilibrium, that would be a great area for entry. How often do you stream? I'm streaming 3 days a week right now. Might potentially actually increase the amount of time that I'm streaming, but as of right now, I'm streaming three days a week: Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You predicting shorts? Yeah, Mir. I wanted to see this London and New York high get swept paired with a reversal signature, like a change in state of delivery. So here, actually getting a sweep mean, yeah, not quite, but I just want to see if we can get that paired, break at that equilibrium there, get some type of change in state. Because in an ideal world, this is what I want, right? I wanted this closure with this stop at these highs, right? Stop at these highs targeting a 2-to-1. This would be the dream situation here, right? This would be the ideal setup for me. You could trade it. It's lower confidence, but yeah, I mean, if that forms, both those get confirmation, that is within a system, so you can trade that, correct? Like here would be ideal. Closure below this equilibrium and this 2-to-1 plays out, right? This would be an ideal short. Once again, guys, I'm also not going to be saying exactly when I'm entering for legal purposes, but I will be giving ideas for trades. Free videos. T also has the entire fractal explained in the lens, which I really enjoy. Retest this equilibrium. We just don't want a closure back above this equilibrium, and we'll honestly be confirmed for a perfect 2-to-1 on this trade. So here we go. See if this 2-to-1 plays out, guys. How would you approach the fractal? Yeah, T is the one that has the general actual market lens explanation for fractal, and he has all the videos for the fractal, so I would highly recommend checking those out. I have a lot of free videos that are also really good. I have a lot of videos that are also really good for just explaining the entry model for the fractal. I think it's very useful to do that. I would highly recommend. So here we don't want a 1-minute closure back above this equilibrium because we'll get a retest of this change in state of delivery on NASDAQ. In the meantime, how are we doing here? Yes. Gold short just absolutely smashing that -4 standard deviation, almost -4.5 now. Get a closure back above that equilibrium. Yeah, I love your approach to the model. Really easy to understand. Yeah, happy to hear it. I'll have a lot of videos on it, so hopefully that helps you out. See, right now we're respecting this hourly equilibrium. Right now we're bouncing off, which means that we could see these New York highs get retapped. Hell yeah, Pedro. Code Leo if you're planning on joining, guys. I'm telling you right now, 20% off is no joke. You could also use code Leo. If you're waiting for the candle close below, but SIST is above, would you trade the next candle SIST? Right, if you're waiting for the close below, but SIST is above, would you trade the next candle SIST? I would wait for just a candle confirmation below the SIST. Like, I would just wait for a candle. I'm confused as to what your question means, Olivia. But SIST is above, like that the candle has not had a candle body closure below SIST? That's what I'm trying to understand here. Equilibrium was respected. Let's just see how this plays out. I'm curious. I hate the 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute's not my favorite. I prefer the 3 minute and the 5 minute. Wow, gold's about to smash this -4.5 now. That was a short and a half. Wow. Beautiful trade. Fractal on this 750 short on gold was just cash money, folks. Beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful trade. We might get a retest of that change in state. Marking in this PT number 1 here. Just want to see for fun what we can get, you know. Oh, look at that, guys. Now we print the SIST. Let's see if this short works out like we want it to. Look at that, guys. Found that SIST. See, swept this New York high. That's a stop out. There's that 10 o'clock candle. Invalidation of the setup. Swept out for a loss here, right? You get swept out here from this 10 a.m. What the hell? Yeah, best in speaking, yeah, it's at 7 o'clock. See here, even with that stop at the proper zone, that 10 a.m. was just too wild and got us in that stop out period. There was orange folder news. Yeah, absolutely, Sharky. I understand. I guarantee we're still hitting PT number 1 though. We swept those New York highs again now, so I'm seeing lots of. I guarantee we see more bear-sided interest, and we're gonna get confirmation of the short position. What the hell? That's news. News. Still marking out this PT1. Looking like this is going to be a tradeless futures day for myself. Just kind of sit back today. We did take a very small loss on this New York high, but that is all good. Small losses are all part of the game, guys. Just got to pay a little market tuition. I was indeed in this 1 minute change in state of delivery short. That 10 a.m. invalidated it with my stop at that New York high. So invalidation of the trade, that happens. Only a couple points. Now short clean 4-hour sweep and 1 hour sweep. 5 minutes SIST and boom. Yep. Oh, the dotted line that's just the candle equilibrium. That's just an area of confluence. If you see a confirmation lower past that equilibrium, that's just another layer of confluence. That's not the change in state of delivery. That's just the hourly equilibrium. These right here. This whole candlestick's the equilibrium. So the short setup here. Still want that PT. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Of course. If you guys haven't already, we got 40 of us and 14 likes on the stream. Feel free to smash the like button on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a lot. We're on the road to 5,000 before the end of the year. So all support would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, it looks like AM is a bit of a mess here. So honestly, I might just not trade AM, and then I'll come back and stream the PM session if you guys are interested. Get a second stream going here and trade PM. That could be kind of fun, eh? What do we think? I think that could be a lot of fun if I trade the PM sesh. I'm down for it. Yeah, yeah, because this AM session isn't the price action we want, guys. Like, let's be completely real, right? This is not good PA by any means. Form this change in state on this 1 minute. Got invalidation of it with this New York high. Now we're going to see a slow grind down to this PT number 1. I guarantee it. Guarantee we see a slow PT. Are you in a trade? I currently am not in a trade. No, this is just the potential. I was in a trade before, but that 10 a.m. news swept me out of my New York high stop. So down about 300 on the day, but that is all good. Part of the process, you know. Can't always win them. It's part of the game, guys. You know, you sometimes you can have a win streak, but you know, we'll trade the PM session and see if I can make back those 300. If not, it's just going to be a loss of a day. We've managed our risk accordingly, and we'll just have to move on to the next. You know, can't always have what you want when it comes to trading. Sometimes your setup, you know, that SIST formed on the 1 minute, and you know, you're not always going to get the confirmation. So yeah, just to reiterate once again, guys, like the most important thing with trading is preserving your capital, right? I see too many traders that get way too stuck up on wanting to make money on every single trade, and they have one bad trade and immediately they're re-entering another trade trying to make back the loss from their original. And I'm telling you right now, it's just not worth it, because that's how you create a tilt. Akash, we had a 1 minute change in state that had formed to this PT, and the news had swept me out at that New York high. My model printed an entry signature, so I wanted to enter on that entry. That's as simple as that, you know? This is an invalidation of that change in state, though, with that New York high being swept once again. So this almost created a new change in state since this formed a C2 here, right? But this is an invalidation, so I am not in any trade right now, but I just have my PT written out. How to avoid tilt? I mean, the simplest thing is just setting a rule, setting rules. One of the classic ones I give clients of mine is I say, okay, first of all, how many trades are you comfortable taking in a day? And I'll say, okay, take three, you have 2 trades a day max. If you have one big winner, you close out the charts. If you have one medium loser, if you have one big loser, you close the charts. If you have 2 small losers, you close out the charts. Or if you have 2 medium wins, you close out the charts. But if you have one medium winner and one medium loser, and you're kind of BE on the day, maybe up a couple bucks or down a couple bucks, then that's game over, right? You just called a day and you're considered break even on the day. And that would be a good trading methodology, right? In order to avoid tilt, you just need to psychologically lock in on your risk management model. If you don't lock in on your risk management models, where you're really going to see yourself tilt the most. Because if you're going off of purely, oh, I'm up on the day, I'm down on the day, and not, oh, my risk management model says that if I'm up big on the day, I'm going to close the charts now, then you're going to have a bad day of trading, right? That's how you're going to start tilting. And so an example, like just now, I just got stopped out of that trade. I'm down just about $260 on the day on multiple accounts. That's okay. It's within my model. I've been on such a good win streak that if today becomes a red streak, so be it. I'm not going to tilt my way to a green day. No, Akash, you're good. That it had gotten invalidated after we had that 10 a.m. open, but there was a 1 minute change in state that had formed with the C2. We had a 1 minute change in state form with the C2 sweep of that New York high. So I entered on the SIST confirmation on the 1 minute, but that had gotten invalidated. Fractal printed a signature as well, actually after me. Had that sweep here, formed this change in state delivery, closure below that. Like here, look, let me show you this. Yeah, my gosh, I just took this trade entry, not my highest confidence. Correct. That is typically what you do want to be waiting for. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you guys haven't already, feel free to hit the like button on the stream, folks. But yeah, Arun, I hope that answered your question on tilt. PT number 1 is on that Riyadh zone. Correct, Akash. Typically, you do want to wait for that 15-minute change of state of delivery and the 15-minute for the New York session. Yes. 1 minute is not my preferred trading time frame. Wow, minus 4.5 smashed on gold here. Incredible trade. Yeah, if we don't have any setup form here within the next 15-20 minutes. Sharky, I was aware we had 10 a.m. news. Always keep news on the chart. I was just honestly anticipating more of a bearish, because we had already swept those New York highs. I was hoping we'd at least just get some micro-aggressive bullish movement and then get that bearish confirmation. Plus the model form that set up, so that's part of the game, guys. It happens. Not my best, and that's okay, you know? Yeah, of course, Sharky. Can't always win every single trade. Right, so right now I'm not a fan of this price action though. This price action is not giving me anything to work off of. We're kind of just chopping in between this New York high and these Riyadh zones for that T spot. So don't want to be forcing anything right now, guys. I think it's important to just kind of sit back in the saddle. Bad PA now. What's that? Bad PA is bad price action. Seen you winning, following now, keep streaming. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm not getting any PA, so I'll probably just trade and stream the PM session. Yeah, I think I'm going to come back for PM, guys. Oh, damn bad PA. Got it. Yeah, guys, looking like this AM's not giving me anything to work off of. Typically, I like to trade the 6 o'clock to 7:30 window or that 9 o'clock to 10:30 window. And if I don't have a trade set up for them then, just not going to take any entry, right? And clearly the best trade opportunity was these longs at that C2 change in state that had formed here at 8:10, but I wasn't actually active on the charts then. So I think today is going to be considered a lost day. And if I trade the PM session, I'll see you guys on YouTube. But in the meantime, what I would recommend doing, and everybody on stream here, I would recommend doing this. Never generate new link, copy. Yeah, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. correct. I mean, yeah. Trackzilla, I just say, you could say 6 a.m. I'm trying to keep it EST for all the folks that are EST. Yeah, Carl, not good PA today. Definitely not good PA. PM time zone will probably come back around 1 o'clock. Trade 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock is typically when I like to trade the PM session. Yeah, but yeah, pretty bad PA today. And that's kind of, guys, it happens, right? We can't just have every single trade work in our favor. It's just not how that works, right? So it's really important that we just kind of sit back on the saddle here and protect as much capital as possible. Because if you try and force yourself into these trades or getting more, making more, etc., that's where you're really going to start seeing those losses compile, right? That's probably one of the worst things that can happen. Yeah, so right now we're just seeing the slow grind up to this New York high here. So just want to see what happens right now, guys. But looking like this PA is not giving us what we want today. Come back at 1. I think I'm going to probably stream around 1 p.m. and just trade the PM session. Do you take trades on pre-market or only for New York Open? I do take trades on pre-market. Sometimes I'll take trades right around that 9 o'clock window. Just waiting for those highs to be tagged. Yeah, as was I. But I mean, PA is pretty bad right now, so can't quite get it. But yeah, guys. So if you guys are interested, all right, so if you guys are interested, by the way, I am going to be ending stream, but I do have a Discord invite link. Now 5 minutes would be valid. Yes, Ben. Correct. So here I have the link to my Discord. This is where I actually do a lot of live trading and post most of my trade ideas as well as my trade entries. If you guys are interested on that, would recommend checking it out. Just going to be a great way for all of us to kind of hop in on the Discord. If I'm not trading on YouTube, I'll be there. I'm there 24/7 answering questions and being active. So if you haven't already, Feel free to like the stream if you did enjoy the content from today. And then also, I will be catching you guys in the PM session. I might even just trade in the Discord on the PM session and not make it a whole YouTube live thing. So if you have not already, feel free to check out this Discord. Joining the Discord is going to be a great way for you guys to all get involved and stay in close contact with me if you haven't already. So just threw it in right now. I'm just going to put the link in one more time for you folks that might just be entering the stream right now. I've got my partner Zinc who is hopping in. So my partner Zinc, he's my trading partner, very, very solid with option selling as well as futures. Would recommend you guys hop in and just give this little shot here. So in a second here, there is this channel called the free live stream. Feel free to check it out. Zinc is going to be hopping in there right now. But yeah, guys, I think PM session is not giving me anything to trade off of right now, so I'm just going to be ending the stream for today. But I hope you all did enjoy. Apologies about not having anything happening for today, but once again, not in my control. Price action is not good, and I'd rather show you guys the consistency of protecting capital than just be taking stupid trades for the sake of the live, right? So that's really where I want to see, yeah, so 3 minute, this would be this, you want to see that validation, correct, Ben. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, check out the Discord, join that link. I'll see you all in there probably for the PM session. And yeah, if you haven't already, join the lounge. It is open and public right now, so if you haven't already, join the lounge. We've got a lot of live streams going on. So I'm going to transfer all of you to that live stream right now, and I will see you all on the next stream. So once again, Discord link in my chat. Feel free to join that up. Zinc will be hosting the rest of this live stream. And yeah, I will catch you all in the very next video. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.